and novelty songs. Spoofs, goofs, and novelty songs. Spoofs, goofs, and novelty songs. Spoofs, goofs, and novelty songs.
Sorry, Marty, you're going to have to speak up. I was at the gun range today with my coworkers, so it was pretty... I just can't hear people who weren't at the gun range as well as I used to. You go to the gun range, and they give you Oakleys that you put on your head backwards as soon as you walk in. And they give you a hat that's like the thin blue line hat, but with camouflage. It's fucking rad. We shot big guns, little guns, medium guns. I don't know, dude. I just feel like I've outgrown you as a friend at this point, honestly. But
wow. Wow.
Just trying to trudge through the podcast. I'm a different person. I've emerged from the gun range with a new outlook on life, and that is fucking hoorah, bro.
Yeah.
Kelly, I have fired all kinds of guns in my life.
Yeah, well, you weren't at the range today with your boys, so I don't know what to tell you, dude.
You didn't invite me.
It was a work-related event, and I wish it was a driving range and not a gun range.
Hey, we could have combined. You could have been whacking balls while we were shooting gats.
Whacking hard drives.
Yeah.
Kelly, as far as I am concerned, you're only employed by this podcast. So did you go to a work retreat with the rest of the Spoofs, Goofs, and Novelty Songs family?
Holy shit. We could get on unemployment with
Yeah.
this method.
And Marty, we didn't invite you because you're too close to the top.
That's true. It's like this. It's like inviting Jeff Bezos.
It would be like an undercover boss thing. We just can't relax when you're around.
Yeah, I shaved my head and tried to come, but didn't work. You guys saw right through that.
Yeah, you're just not into that kink. Shaving your head and trying to come.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Welcome to Spoofs, Goofs, and Novelty Songs.
I don't know if this can be the cold open.
I hate myself. Why not?
Wait, was any of that true?
We went to the gun range.
Maybe we shouldn't use it. Maybe we should.
I mean,
I don't know.
bad.
It's a little.
I didn't say anything bad. I don't know. Like, you could take it as fiction. What did I say, Scott? That
You said you never came back the same. You said you're ready to kill somebody.
That's not what I said.
You have this crazy look in your eye.
I said I can't be friends with Marty anymore, which, like, that's always true.
You've got this bloodlust.
What did I do?
You didn't do
Yeah,
anything.
Jesus.
We're just having fun.
Kelly, why
have
would
fun
you... Kelly, Marty is our friend.
I know, he's my good friend. I would never.
We're nice to him.
I would never say something like that sincerely.
Yeah, I know.
I love Marty.
Take it from me, one of the nicest people to Marty. You shouldn't say shit like that.
All right, new cold open.
I guess.
Nah, I think we're in it now. Welcome to Spoofs, Goofs, and Novelty Songs.
Jesus Christ.
A podcast about dumb shit.
I'm Kelly.
That was the old...
Getting his catchphrase back in there.
Yeah, throw it in.
we hit him with the old, like, false double start cold open.
False double start.
Yeah.
They might not
We've
hear.
done that,
They
like,
might not
4
hear the in
times.
between, but we'll see.
Yeah.
No, that's part of it. This is sort of it harkens back to our earlier days in the podcast where we would do a cold open and then I would get cold feet about the cold open. And then our discussion about should we keep it actually ends up being funnier than the cold open. And we keep the whole thing.
Yeah, it's true. That happened almost every time.
Let's do it for old time's sake. Come on, baby.
All right. This week we're reviewing MacGruber, a 2010 action comedy based on the Saturday Night Live sketch of the same name. This movie is a very literal spoof of the famous 80s action television series MacGyver, which revolved around an agent.
I thought it was... Wait, hold on. You're telling me this isn't a spoof of McDonald? The restaurant?
I thought this was just an original story. And this movie is nuts.
The show revolved around an agent who was able to manufacture his way out of any situation he was in due to his intelligence and resourcefulness. The original SNL sketch usually followed the formula of MacGruber and his assistant, played by Kristen Wiig, in a precarious situation with whomever the host was that week.
Usually there's a number of seconds left.
Correct. MacGruber, there's 20 seconds left. Yeah. MacGruber would make outrageous demands for things that couldn't possibly defuse a bomb or whatever the situation was. Or he'd say something embarrassing or disgusting, then the thing would blow up, and that was the end of the sketch. The film was directed by Jorma Taccone of The Lonely Island, written by Taccone, Forte, and John Solomon, a former SNL writer. The movie was a box office failure, but it did become a cult classic and has since caused a TV series to be produced. And this is our first SNL sketch movie that we're reviewing.
It's a TV series? I thought they were making a sequel.
Yep. No, the TV series is coming out on NBC's streaming service called Peacock.
Great.
And for the listener, he put up air quotes when he said that.
Scott, you don't get to comment on the video chat if you're not going to show us your goddamn
Hey,
video.
we all know it's because my internet is too shitty for me to do the video. And I'm proud enough to admit that.
Kelly?
I just wanted to plug The Cock one more time. The new streaming service coming this fall to your PlayStation.
I call it
The Cock.
I call it the P.
Oh, you guys, it's called Peacock, not The Cock. Boy, how embarrassing for you.
Oh, well.
No, he's calling it that as its cool nickname.
You're not hip on the slang.
Yeah. A millennial like you wouldn't get it. Not like us Zoomers.
I want to go on okay, come over here to Kelly's video game tangent corner, all right? So,
Sound effect here, Marty.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yep. And it's today we're talking about the Xbox 360 transitioning to the Xbox One. Xbox One came out, everyone wanted it to be named the Xbox 720 because everyone called the Xbox 360 the 360. Kind of made sense to go another circle around, do the 720. Xbox comes out and they name their console the One, thinking that people would call it the One instead of what they actually call it, Xbox.
They're like Sauron.
Yeah. Apparently, behind the scenes, it was supposed to be called Xbox Infinity, and then the next one was supposed to be called Xbox Beyond. But
No, dude, imagine this. Hold on. Picture this in your mind.
Nope.
Xbox 900, dude.
whoa, dude!
Yeah.
It's sponsored by T-Hawk himself.
Yeah, only he can play it.
Imagine this: Xbox Snake, next gen, Xbox In, next gen, Xbox My, and the final gen, Xbox Boot. Snake in my boot. That would have been wild. Microsoft, you dropped the ball. All right, thanks for listening. This was Kelly's Video Game Corner.
Sound effect.
Dun, dun, dun.
I wonder what, like, 'cause that's a real concerto. I wonder what, we gotta find who, that's like a Mozart or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
We gotta find that. I'm sure it's
For
pub.
what?
It's pub domain, dude. We can stick it in the pod.
Oh, yeah.
It's PD.
We could, but Scott, we did include it. That is the recording. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about before you stuck the recording in when it was just you singing it, but
Oh, yeah.
when
Yeah.
you edited it, you put the real recording in.
Yeah, for sure. Gentlemen,
MacGruber.
what were your initial thoughts on MacGruber?
I liked it.
Yeah, a nice ride. It was a nice ride. The homework was light this week.
Oh, I forgot. Marty made up his mind he hates this movie.
Yeah, he hates it.
So, I actually did not hate it this time. The first time I saw this movie years ago, hated it.
I know what
Super,
happened.
super hated it.
You watched this right after Wayne's World, and you were like, "Oh, these will surely be the same."
You're supposed to watch Wayne's World 2 after Wayne's World, idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, I got confused. I thought this was the sequel.
The part that stands out to me as me like not really like being like, what the fuck were you thinking, is where he's recruiting his old team. He's getting his old team back together, and one of them's gay, and he crosses out that name. That rubbed me like the wrong way pretty hard.
Why can't he be
honestly.
on the team? Yeah, let him on the
Yeah.
team. He's still big and strong. Fucking
Like
let him on the team.
The joke is Will MacGruber is a homophobe, but it's just
Yes.
it wasn't a very funny. It wasn't worth writing it and keeping it in the movie. Also,
It was like it like ruined the surprise of like,
Yes.
you didn't expect this really burly mechanic guy to be gay. That was like funny, and then they ruin it by him like
yes.
exactly.
still just and it would have like ruled. It would have been like life affirming if he
Yes.
still let him on the team. The joke still would have been great. And yeah, I agree. Fuck that part.
So between the homophobic bit within that 5-minute span of them getting the team back together, and also all the wrestlers dying. That's why Marty doesn't like this movie.
Oh yeah.
So you hit the nail on the head with the first part. Yes, all the homophobia in this movie was really off-putting to me the first time watching it, because I think this movie, the second having watched it now again, I actually thought there wasn't as much of that in this movie as I had originally thought there was. But all of the jokes that are he's uncomfortable with gay or like with male sexuality in general, that stuff is the worst part of this movie by far.
Yeah.
It wasn't timely at the time, so it's not like it didn't age well. It's just like already was in bad taste, and they didn't do anything with that. Ultimately, like, none of the jokes about his character being really childish and petty is rooted in sexuality in any way, so it just feels really mean-spirited, and also like the cheapest way to make him feel like a man-child is to do that stuff. And so that parts of this movie, they're so frustrating. It's because there's a lot of really great comedy about him being a man-child in this movie. So coupled with the fact that there's this like shit undercutting all of that by being really weak comedy,
it ruins. It ruins the good jokes a little bit.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, it does. But yes, all the wrestler cameos, and then they get blown up, which eventually was copied by Deadpool 2 in a much shittier way. But the way they do that in this movie is so funny. He gets the super team and then he immediately accidentally kills them all. It's like the best joke in this movie. But yes, it is like, it's in order, I think. Mark Henry, Chris Jericho, Mark Henry, MVP, Kane, Big Show, and the Great Khali, who all die.
Oh, see, I didn't even fucking know the team he assembles. Those are all wrestlers.
Yeah,
those were all professional wrestlers.
Straight up, did not know that till just now.
Yeah, they come in the credits. It like says they have like their own listing of. I think I probably just saw Jericho actually, and I was like, oh, those are all wrestlers.
Right.
Oh,
Jericho's the only one most people would know, but yeah.
So
what's the plot of this movie, guys? How do we sum up the plot here?
It's a classic. I'm not doing it. I'm not taking the job, and then he takes the job, and then
I'm in.
And then he, I don't know, he just like constantly fucks up his way to resolving everything. Is basically the plot.
It's just him going back and forth between like, I'm in, to like, oh no, like, and it's just back and forth. And it's, you know what? It's funny. But it is like kind of formulaic. Like it's just like, I don't know. But I mean, hey, that's what this character is pretty much, right? Like,
I kind of thought, so the plot to me is the exact same thing as Austin Powers. It's the exact same plot.
I was thinking the same
thing. Which is
thing.
a real,
like,
it's the same plot.
Like that's with like the homophobia is rooted in like, oh, he doesn't know because he's been gone since like the 80s or whatever. But like, it doesn't excuse it.
But they don't do that. Like, Austin Powers does that with his chauvinistic stuff and the misogyny. That's what that movie is about.
And then he resolves
growing
it.
as a person.
He grows.
Yes.
I mean, the joke.
MacGruber has nothing to do with
the punchline of the whole movie.
There's no growth story in this film.
No.
Which I do think hurts it. Like, because I thought overall the spy plot aspect of this movie was the worst part. I thought every time they did any of the MacGyver stuff, that was the funniest stuff in this movie.
When he did,
and every time it was just a spy comedy, it sucked.
When he I feel like the opening to him being like crafty or whatever with items was the celery trick, and that opening is insane and very funny and very like just kind of out there.
It climaxes with the saxophone thing. It's super good.
Yeah.
The opening credits are so funny in this movie.
Yeah. It's I think it's pretty, so he's just a dick though. Like,
yeah,
I'm trying to think of the parts that didn't really land that well with me, and I can't. I should have written them down because I'm a bad
Val Kilmer's name.
What?
Val Kilmer's name.
What's his name? Oh yeah, they really leaned too fucking hard on that.
It was so, and again, it's just,
you know
like,
what? I'm kind of starting to think I don't like this movie anymore.
Oh no! I don't want to review it. I don't want to ruin it for you.
No, that's okay. I mean, it's just, it's all kind of like running together in my head too. Like there weren't the stand-up bits. Definitely the team exploding. him having sex all weird.
That stuff
I
was
love
great.
the
I thought
use
Kristen
of-
Wiig was great in this.
Yeah, Kristen
Yeah.
Wiig is really good. The use
Should have
of
had more.
Yeah.
More wig.
Well, she was wearing a lot of wigs. I love the use of diegetic sound. I think it's diegetic when it's like actual, and he gets in his car, turns it on, and then like you expect like good montage music to play, but then it changes to Hall & Oates, and I'm a big Hall &
Or
Oates guy.
it starts as like what you would it's the Black Keys, and it's like what you would expect from a movie at that time to be like, this guy's a badass kind of music. And then just
Are the Black Keys badass? I'm so confused.
No, Marty, but blues rock is badass.
yeah, haven't you seen Sons of Anarchy, you fucking idiot?
I wrote all that down because the opening
Yeah, well,
of Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, it opens with the bikers going off, and it's like gold on the ceiling. Dun, dun. It's just so funny to me.
Yeah.
Like I like the Black Keys, but like tough guy music.
They
like,
stop at fuck. I can't think of a not local reference. I was gonna say Collectivo, but like fucking, you know what I mean?
Starbucks.
Like, yeah, it's a little different. Whatever.
Collectivo is not as local as some of the other shit we reference here. So don't feel so bad.
I'm just
Scott.
saying
That's
that they
true.
get like macchiatos, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And they're listening to Anarchy, My Little Butt.
I don't know. I think the Black Keys are pretty badass. I remember the last time I saw Marty shopping for his leather jackets, he had his AirPods in. He was clearly rocking out to those Black Keys.
Gold on the
That's just
ceiling.
that song on repeat, like their least
Yeah.
bluesy, just like their poppiest song.
Yeah.
The point is, it's that playing, and then it like cuts to what he's actually listening to on the radio, and it's Hall & Oates.
It does the same thing towards the end of that montage when he like parks the first time. He's like playing a different song, and like
This
as soon as he turns
soundtrack
the
is out
car
of
off.
fucking Kelly's
Yeah,
fantasies.
it's a really. If you're wondering what I like to listen to, this soundtrack's a good starter. It's a good starter deck that you purchase at your card and coin corner.
Kelly loves 80s soft rock.
It's not bad. It's okay music.
It goes down easy, baby.
It really does.
It treats you right.
It soothes you.
I thought the moment to me when the movie, like there was a lot of good bits, but to me the best sequence is when MacGruber forces Kristen Wiig to impersonate him at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And him giving her instructions over an earphone, and then like making her take a tip out and not apologize for it.
Yeah.
I loved all that stuff because I like that he's such a narcissist man-child that this would be the only thing he could think of to like do tactics with. That aspect of their relationship I thought was really great, and I thought this sequence was a great like nice tight version.
And
of
he keeps dressing up like other people as him.
Yes.
Okay, here's how I think we could save this movie. Like, there are, like, all the scenes we just named are the good scenes. Keep all those. Maybe just edit everything else out. And then the main, like, the normal man, you know that character in this movie?
Ryan Felipe, yes.
Yeah, the
straight
normal man. Yeah. I needed a lot more from this character or this actor. I don't know. Something was missing there. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
The setup of him being like this thing that MacGruber hates, and he like fights him like every time he sees them, and he's like so against him, was a good setup. They just didn't go. They just had it go the most predictable route, which is like he joins the team and then he's fine with him by the end of the movie. You know what I mean? Like they just didn't do anything with that.
Yeah, and that guy, I don't know. I just that character was like in it so much, and like he could have been played by anybody, or like I just can't think of like one affect about that person other than like their normal compared to their MacGruber's normal person foil.
Yeah.
Like if you put like a Jason Sudeikis in there, done.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, something like that.
Like you nail it, right there.
Yeah. Yeah, something. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Seriously, like somebody from SNL who was good at playing the voice of reason character. Right?
I did love that. Like met with like the most minor amount of like bureaucratic resistance MacGruber's go-to tactic is offering to suck the other person's dick. Like he resorts to that so quickly. Like it escalates so fast. And yeah.
The pettiness of his character is great in this movie. I actually think Forte is really, really good. I mean, this is basically what he does in every character he plays. He basically is always the kind of petty man-child type,
Yeah.
but he's really good at it. So, I don't know. It's just entertaining. And, him and Wig are both great in this movie, which is why it's kind of weird that the movie's not great, given that the two leads are both, I think, really good at their characters. But
I honestly feel like the supporting cast is super weak. I don't know. Kilmer wasn't doing that much for me as a villain.
No, Kilmer was in another movie. Kilmer was if Kilmer honestly brought that exact same energy to a Mission Impossible, I think that could actually work as the slightly funny. I felt like he almost was doing his character was akin to fucking Philip Philip Seymour
Bardem, maybe?
Or Philip Seymour Hoffman in but yeah, fucking it didn't the tone was off for this movie. I don't know. There should have been more if they just got more SNL people. Like you said, get Sudeikis in there.
Compare this to Austin Powers, and Austin Powers has Dr. Evil, who's equally a funny character to Austin Powers. In this movie, the bad guy is nothing. He's just, who cares about him?
That's honestly kind of what I equated to. I mean, this movie draws so many parallels with Austin Powers. It's kind of ridiculous now that I'm looking at the two, watching them side by side right now as we're doing the podcast because I didn't take good notes.
If you put on MacGruber right as Austin Powers is starting, they sync up perfectly.
The audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Kelly listening to it right now.
Yeah. Did you hear that? Yeah. Did I miss... Okay,
that's not a bad soul bossa nova, Marty.
So I have an anecdotal confession about the movie.
Oh.
The throat ripping, I always thought was really funny because I thought the reason he didn't use guns was because he didn't want to kill people. But I mixed up the throat ripping bit with a Pete Holmes bit where he plays Batman and says he doesn't want to kill people and is clearly killing people. But just because he doesn't use guns, he thinks that it's not killing
I'll
people.
drop you off the top of this apartment building.
Yeah.
I won't use a gun. It would be more humane to use a gun.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mixed those two bits up, and now all I can think of is how funny would it be if he said he didn't use guns in MacGruber because he doesn't like to kill people, but then go into the throat ripping bit.
Yeah, they really should have thought of that because that's a good joke. And then the joke that it was that he doesn't know how to use a gun is just a letdown.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not.
It feels like they had three components of jokes for this movie: the MacGyver stuff, some bits about the character, and Wig and Forte's attachments to these characters, right? And they kind of just ported that into a very stock spy action comedy and did not come up with anything outside of that. It is a little disappointing to watch because this movie is considered this kind of not classic, but it's a cult comedy that people say you should check out.
Yeah.
And it feels just kind of I don't know. I feel 80s action movies are better at doing comedy than this. You know what I mean? I feel I'd find funnier jokes about spy comedies in a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie than I would find in this movie, which is really weird to say, but I don't know. It just feels there's not a ton of overly creative bits on the spy genre, which has been spoofed to death at this point. We have covered them so many times on this podcast, and we always say look at Top Secret. Top Secret, it nails it right away, and that was in the 80s. And then 30 years have gone by, and this movie is half as clever as that movie. I don't know.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, very self-aware. I feel I don't know if this movie honestly is trying to be a spoof totally necessarily either though.
Yeah.
To me, it's more just I think what they're really spoofing is not necessarily the spy movie genre, but just specifically MacGyver. And
That's the thing. They don't do that enough.
and
I
they
don't
don't
think they
do
do
that
that at
enough.
all.
And then it's just trying to be like a normal comedy aside from that, or like plot wise, obviously it is just doing like spy movie cliches. But yeah, that's the I don't know. As a comedy, it's got some like great bits and some great scenes, but there's just a lot that feels like filler, and yeah, there's some just like mean spirited material too, which I don't know, takes me out of it.
Yeah. I would say they don't do enough of the MacGyver bits. I wish they did more. I don't know. Like I feel like they did the celery bit was the first one I can think of, and then the other one I can think of is the grenade tennis ball bit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like, how do you spoof? I mean, like, it's their job to figure that out, but like, how do you make fun of that more than they did without repeating the same joke over and over again?
I mean,
Like,
MacGyver's already kind of stupid to begin with. Like,
yeah, it's a really dumb concept. And dumb as a character. He's really stupid. That's like one of his character traits. Is like, yeah, he's just a low intel person, and they give him bubble gum and a paperclip. And I mean, you really only need the paperclip to pick a lock. So
bubblegum helps.
I think like the way they structured it, that like we don't really get to see him do it till the climax of the movie. I think that was a good idea. I think they didn't build to that correctly. I think if the whole movie he had been trying to do stuff like this and getting like cut off before he could complete this like complicated thing, which they kind of do this, but they don't really like go all the way with this bit. Like, I think that would have really been satisfying if he finally does it at the end, and it's still really underwhelming. That, I think, would have been, not to punch up a movie, you know, you don't need to, like, rewrite the script.
no,
Yeah, we fucking
I already
do.
did. I thought you asked me to. I have it on your desk.
Oh, no. Kelly, you've been working on that as your
We're
spec script?
recasting
Oh, no.
this, we're rewriting it, and we're
That's true.
reshooting
We
it.
really...
Yeah.
This movie that, like, people like.
It's not bad at all. This is just ways that I think
Yeah,
of.
right.
We're really fucking, what's the word? Nitpicking. That one.
Yeah.
It's really not that bad of a movie. We're doing a podcast about it, so like we kind of need stuff to talk
We
about.
have to talk about it as our assignment, so
it's
we're
like,
just doing our
okay,
due
well, then
diligence
we'll do
here.
this and try. Maybe they should have tried this. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they should.
Nah, I think it's like there's good parts and there's bad parts, and like overall, it's just like, am I gonna remember I watched this movie in 3 months? Who's to say?
To sum it up, as a movie, I'm going to say 6 out of 10, because I actually did enjoy watching this overall, despite having a lot of nitpicks and problems with it. I still, like, I didn't have a bad time. Like, I wasn't bored watching this movie, even though, like, I thought the parts of it that were weak were really boring, but there was enough good jokes. And like I said, I think Wig and Forte are both really good in this. As a spoof, 5 out of 10. I don't really know if it was a spoof. Yeah, I'm with Scott. I don't totally think they were trying to do a spoof, and the parts that were spoofy were really great, but most of this wasn't. It was just kind of a stock action comedy.
Yeah, it's sort of like the idea is based on something as like a spoof sort of thing, but then they built this universe around him and his character, and like threw in other tropes from the 80s and 90s, whatever. Yeah, I would give it like a 7 out of 10 as a movie, because that's like what I've rated, I think, the past 5 episodes of things. So I'm gonna just keep that streak going. And I would give
Tradition.
Yeah, it's for tradition at this point. Like a 6 out of 10 as a spoof, because it's honestly more of a spoof than other movies that we've watched, and I'm probably giving it a lower rating than other movies that are less of spoofs. But these ratings are arbitrary, and I hate them.
Thank you, Kelly. As a movie, 6 out of 10. I liked it a little bit more than I didn't like it. And as a spoof, we'll say 4 out of 10, because it's a little less of a spoof than a spoof.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Hey.
Good job, everybody.
Yeah.
Do you have a novelty song to play us this week?
I do. Let me drum it up here. Let me pop the link on over to you.
Oh, I thought he was gonna play live.
This week's novelty song is not so much a novelty song as it is a novelty jingle. That's right, ladies and germs. It's the Sponge Monkeys. You know them, you love them. They come from a Quiznos ad run in the mid-2000s. I'm pulling up my notes here. Airing in late 2003 and running throughout 2004. This commercial was created by a man named Joel Veitch. I don't know if I'm butchering that last name. Who is a British animator, and you know he did a bunch of like web cartoons and stuff too, and he sent like a mock-up of the ad to like the Quiznos ad people, and they were into it because they had to go bold, baby. Quiznos is a little guy in the subworld, and so they had a brand awareness was important for them, especially in this mid-2000s era, you know. And so I guess without further ado, let's hear these little sponge monkeys sing their song.
Cause they are good to us. The Quizno subs. They are tasty, they are crunchy, they are warm because they toast them. They got a pepper bar.
Quizno's new Santa Fe Trio subs with smoky chipotle sauce. Fried chicken, roast beef, or smoked turkey.
All right, so yeah, Quiznos, they kind of like dropped a meme on fucking TV, you know, in the very early era of the internet. I did find like a Slate article from 2004 that like, you know, was like a think piece on the Sponge Monkeys. So like, yeah, I don't know. The internet was, you know, definitely thriving then, but it was still like early, and I think, you know, a very, controversial is a bit much, but like definitely a bold move to put this on TV. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think of these cute little fellows?
I thought it was funny.
I love it. It's I imagine it's like a precursor to the whole trend of make an advertisement that's entertaining more than it like tells you to do, more than it has like a call to action. Which,
Yeah,
like the Old Spice commercials, I don't know, like big brands have been throwing money around for years on shit like this. So
yeah, this is like the very beginning of the era where brands are like being ironic and like partaking in like internet culture, and like, you know, the Sponge Monkeys walked so that Wendy's Twitter account could run. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was literally going to bring up that Twitter account. Or like, yeah, there's a lot of them that do this. I don't want to list them all.
Yeah,
But
it's
so many
corny
brands.
now, but I think they were like sort of breaking new ground with the
Yeah.
Sponge Monkeys.
yeah,
But
It's funny. Also, it actually, I'd never seen it before. I thought it was a funny ad.
they have a pepper bar.
yeah. That,
Come on.
that line. Oh, ooh. Good luck putting this in for Marty. And also, I'm sorry, Scott, but he's only going to be able to use like 4 seconds of this. So
I don't know.
Oh, because I use like only a certain percentage of each song, right?
Since it's 30 seconds long. Yeah.
it's a per capita type thing. So
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, geez, for the listener, just, I don't know, if you're a millennial, this commercial, you've probably seen it and it haunts your dreams. But for the listener, it's like these like weirdly little animated hamster-looking things with bulging eyes singing this song.
yeah. And
One
like,
has a bowler
they
hat,
have
one has like a,
human mouths,
yeah,
human
with like,
eyes actually too.
yeah, they're freaky looking.
At least it's upbeat. It's not as nightmarish as it could be.
Yeah, obviously I think they're benevolent little creatures. So fellas, in the grand tradition of spoofs, goofs, and novelty songs that I helmed and Marty carried the torch, well, I'm here to pick the torch back up and be the quiz master of this podcast.
The Quizno's Quizmaster.
Yes.
So excited.
So, this is a sandwich-themed quiz, gentlemen.
Oh my god.
And
Muffalata.
Oh,
If
no,
Muffalata's
just-
not one of the answers, I'm going to be pissed.
We're gonna talk about it when we get to my novelty product.
oh, Lord.
I thought I was
Oh,
doing the
Lord.
product this week.
I should do this
All right,
one,
you got
Billy. Sorry. I should do this
You got
one.
it.
Is your novelty product a sandwich?
No. We'll get to it.
Okay, so the rules are first to 6 points wins.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay, so question 1 is multiple choice. You can buzz in whenever you feel like. Who invented the sandwich? Is it
Earl
A?
of Sandwich.
I guess is final answer, Kelly?
Final answer.
I'll let Marty answer when I go through these, and we'll see what my ruling is.
Scott, take your time.
Is it A, John Montague, B, John Sandwich, or C, John Ham?
I'm gonna say the first one.
It is John Montague, also known as the Earl of Sandwich.
Oh.
I am going to give Kelly a half point for guessing this man's
Bullshit, but I'll take it.
moniker. He was the Earl of Sandwich after inventing the sandwich. His friend fucking renamed the Hawaiian Islands. I'm guessing they renamed them back. I sure hope they did. To the Sandwich Islands and made this guy the Earl of Sandwich. But yeah, famously, he was a gambler. He was like a British lord who loved to gamble. He didn't want to get his cards greasy, so he said, "Hey, servant, my underling, put the meat between 2 slices of bread," invented the sandwich. Question number 2. What was Elvis, and this is free form, just buzz in. What was Elvis's favorite sandwich? Elvis, the king.
Marty? Peanut butter and jelly?
Well, I'll allow Kelly to answer, and I'll give my ruling at the end.
Peanut butter and jelly.
What a scheme!
All right, this
trick.
is developing interestingly. I'm gonna give you both a half point.
I'm catching
Are you
up,
keeping
baby.
track?
I believe Marty. I think you're at 1.5, and Kelly is at
Yes.
1. Kelly has combined 2 hay points to equal 1 whole point.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The reason I'm gonna award you to a half point is because peanut butter is one component of
banana.
the king's favorite sandwich. Yes, that's correct, Marty, but it is too late.
God damn
Elvis's favorite sandwich was
damn
a pan-fried
I knew that.
peanut butter and banana sandwich. Question number 3. Who popularized the Monte Cristo sandwich in America? Was it A, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, B, George W. Bush, or C, Walt Disney?
A. Marty A.
C.
Kelly? A full point is awarded to Kelly John Danon.
God damn it.
Walt Disney
God damn
put it on the menu at 2 different restaurants in Disneyland when it opened, and that popularized the sandwich here. Okay, so now we are at a score of 1.5 to 2, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Kelly with 2 points. So
Crushing.
it's 6 points to win.
Shit. How many questions do we have left?
We're on the final question, but this is a question we've seen this format before. I have in front of me a list of the top 10 sandwich chain restaurants.
Oh, I got this.
Now, we're gonna pick a number between 1 and 10 to determine who goes first. Now, keep in mind, 6 points makes you a winner. The first 5, 1 through 5, earn you 2 points. The last
What?
5 are worth 1 point.
Can I ask a clarifying question? Is a burger a sandwich?
This is
No.
bullshit.
Okay.
All right, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10.
1.
10.
Okay, it was 7. Kelly, you go first.
Yes.
I wish it was. I wish it was like 5 or 6. It was 5.5.
Oh shit. Subway.
Kelly, I'm afraid that's not in the top 10.
What?
This is from. Oh, sorry. This is from Ranker. This is like favorite. This is. This is Ranker's like favorites. Yeah, this is not like the number. If it was
Gotcha.
number of franchises, you know what, Kelly? I'm giving you a half point.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Because Subway does have the most number of franchises.
Yes.
But this is Ranker's what. So imagine you're an idiot who just goes around ranking shit on Ranker.com. What would your favorite sandwich place be?
I feel like I've been. Feels like bamboozling me since this is what I did to you guys with the big titles.
Oh, how does it fucking feel?
It's painful.
Yeah, because I'm looking
Okay,
at this list
okay.
in front of me. It's crazy.
Okay, sandwich places. I'm gonna go. Oh, what is that place called? Schlotsky's?
Not on the list.
I do
Kelly.
love Schlotsky's, but yeah, that's a they're not popular.
You're not popular.
Kelly, you're at 2.5 points, correct?
Yeah.
A mere
Potbellies.
3.5 points remain to victory.
Yeah. Potbellies.
Kelly, Potbellies is number 4. I am giving you 2 points.
Woo! How is Potbelly's number?
Because it's good.
This is so hard.
Bringing Kelly to 4.5 points, a mere point and a half point away from taking the competition. Marty, what's your
Now,
guess?
I'm gonna say this is not how I feel about this chain, but I'm gonna guess Panera Bread.
Marty, I'm afraid that's not on the list.
God damn it!
Oh boy.
Tough. This is tough.
Kelly, if you guess one within the top 5, you're taking it home.
Jersey subs?
Kelly, I'm going to allow you another few seconds to...
Jersey Mike's. Sorry.
Kelly, that is number 1. You've clinched it.
Oh shit.
I mean,
Kelly is the winner. I'll go down... This is what Ranker considers the top 10 goodest sandwich chains.
Goodest.
Jersey Mike's. Number 2, Jimmy John's. Number 3, Firehouse Subs. Number 4, Potbelly Sandwich Works. And I'd like to take a minute to acknowledge, what the fuck is a sandwich work?
They
What?
make-
It's a subplay. What? Sandwich
every
Works?
Potbellies is actually a makerspace. And
Yeah, every Potbellies you go in and there's a bunch of like steampunk shit all over the place. Sandwich Works. Number 5, Penn Station East Coast Subs. Number 6, and I'm surprised you guys didn't get this one, Quiznos.
I was gonna guess Quizno's next.
so no Subway made me think that the biggest chains weren't going to be on this list. That's why I went
There are
Schlotsky's.
some big ones and there are some ones I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
Which some highly localized ones. Is number 7, number 8 is Blimpie, number 9 is Wawa, and number 10 is Arby's. And this concludes. Yeah, and then Arby's seems like a weird one to count, but if you think about it, it's
Yeah,
not burgers.
it is.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, this concludes the I hope you enjoyed this novelty song.
It was great. It was such a good
Well
novelty
done.
song.
Well done, Scott.
Marty,
Yeah,
how are you?
I'm okay.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to tell us about?
I do. Gentlemen, keeping with Scott's theme of chain restaurant novelties, this week's novelty product is Sneak King, a 2006 video game made for the Xbox 360 that was sold along with the
He
purchase
just
of
sent
value
a picture
meals.
of it. He just sent a picture of the cover.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Send you a clip? We can
Your
look up a
your
clip.
novelty product is a damn fucking JPEG?
Don't roast me about this. We're a little thin on novelty products, so we had to pick something I could do that was like a visual thing.
They gave this away for free, right?
No, you
actually had to pay
$5, $10.
$3.99 with a value meal. You could purchase this.
Oh wait, so
This
you got
game-
the value meal too, or it's an additional
Yes.
$3.99?
Yeah.
On top of the value meal, $3.99.
That's not bad.
In this video game, you would play as Burger King's mascot, the King, and complete tasks similar to a stealth hunting or Grand Theft Auto type game, except that the game involved delivering food to waiting customers. This game was very small. It only had 4 levels, And it came after Burger King had won rave reviews for marketing, so they decided, what if we just put a bunch of money into video game development? And so they did this and 2 other games called Pocket Bike Racer and Big Bumpin', which were all made by Blitz Games. This was a boon for Blitz Games. It allowed them to build their company, and their company grew to become this like big licensing company for other video game franchises. Like they did like the Shrek games, and I can't remember the other ones off the top of my head. SpongeBob was another one. So they did like a bunch of games after this mascot game that they made, and the game was really poorly reviewed because the people are just like, it's a little bad, and it's one trick pony. Like you just deliver sandwiches and don't get caught. Like,
hey, for fucking $4, what are you expecting?
No, exactly. I actually think it's totally fine. If you're making a small game and you don't charge much for it, like, whatever. Like, and as a tie-in, like, I think it's, like, a very unique thing. Like you're saying with the Quiznos thing, Burger King with the King mascot was really, like, they were peaking at the right time to do that kind of stuff with the internet, I think. Having, like, a meme-y character. And that, the King character was, like, a little too much sometimes, but I never thought that they went, like,
he's kind of
too
scary,
cringy with
honestly.
that. Yeah, no, for real. It's just like, because he looks like a man, but his face doesn't move.
Yeah,
so
it's like a little bit uncanny valley. Like, yeah, he looks like an automaton. Like, yeah, like what's going on behind that fucking mask? Like, it's all worms or something.
Yeah. So, this week we have arrived to our pop quiz hot shot segment, where this week I will be presenting a little quiz based on the theme of Burger King, and I'm keeping it short on purpose. So, I have 5 trivia questions for you about either burgers or kings. So only 5 questions. This is on a first to get it kind of situation. Are you both ready? You can ring in with your names.
Sure.
What is the best-selling fast food burger? If you can get it outright, I'll give you 2 points. Otherwise, I'll give you a list.
Big Mac.
Is that
Kelly?
right?
Care to take a guess? Care to take a guess, Kelly?
Big Mac.
Oh, we might both get a half point out of this, Kel.
So, of these 3 options, is it the Big Mac, the Whopper, or Wendy's Dave's Double?
I already said Big Mac.
All right, it's the Whopper. If you're giving us options, it's not a Big
Yeah,
Mac.
what the fuck?
It is the Whopper. Kelly gets a point for that one.
So, wait a minute. I don't get this. Yeah, that was
I can't accept
very
this point.
confusing.
All right, no points.
I cannot
No
accept
points
this
awarded.
point.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
I
No.
should've just done the list.
Give him a half point.
No, I don't want it.
Kelly-
Here, I'll
Kelly
split
gets
it with
a
you.
eight
I'll split
points.
it. We both guess Big Mac.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll
You both
split
get
the
a
half
point.
point.
Yeah, you and I both
So we each
have
get
a
a
half
core point.
Oh, wait.
No, you get a half point.
Okay.
In chess, what is it called when the king's piece is threatened?
Check.
Scott gets it.
Okay. I guess check.
No, you don't get it.
I'll split it with you, Kel. I'll split it with you. This is an egalitarian quiz.
1-1. All right, it's 1-1. What is the Scottish play?
Macbeth.
Yeah, shit.
I'll
that
split it
one.
with you,
In
Kelly.
there
I'll split it.
quickly.
I'll split it. We each have 1.5.
I tell you what,
1.5 to
that
1.5.
one you got for real.
No, it's 1.5 to 1.5. What country consumed the most beef per capita in the world in 2016?
In 2016. That was a weird
Scott.
year.
I'm going to buzz in and say jolly old England.
Incorrect.
Brazil.
Kelly was closer.
Ooh.
It was Uruguay.
Damn.
Wow.
That's why I picked the year, because there was a weird country to be number
Yeah,
one.
that's a small country. They went fucking nuts over there.
They went
Yeah.
they went ham, but with
They were
beef.
hungry.
beef per capita. So it's not they consume the most beef, it's that they consume... Yeah. Finally, for the last question, gentlemen. At the end of the television series Game of Thrones, who is the king of the Seven Kingdoms?
Now,
Kelly's got his hand up.
oh,
That was
Oh, okay. You're just stretching.
it's
waving?
do you want to go, Kelly?
Do you want to say it at the same time?
Yeah, and then that way we can split it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready?
Okay. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Bran.
Bran Stark.
They tie. But, to be fair, I think... Who has a better story than Kelly Dana for winning this quiz?
Oh no, I'm being sent to the wall. What the hell? I didn't do anything wrong.
You killed your love. You killed your aunt / love.
Yeah, my aunt girlfriend.
You have to go stand against the wall, facing the wall.
Yeah, that's Jon Snow. He fucking would just stand in a corner like, this
crazy
is my
how-
punishment.
Yeah, it's crazy how Game of Thrones and the Blair Witch Project ended the same way.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for us this week on Spoofs, Goofs, and Novelty Songs.
Oh, thank you so very much for listening.
Hey, we really appreciate it.